Hi folks, I see there's 5 in at the moment. We got a quick comms check. Hello, Life on the Edge, how you doing? Hi, Honeybeard, Circuit Medic, Purple, Stuart. Good. This is an impromptu live. There's been a few things happen today. Hi, Evil Girl. Hi, Marley Mac. Anton, Pookie Preps. I'm going to stop saying hello. I'll just say hello to everybody and that's it, done. Wasn't going to do a live. I had no intention of doing a live. But there's been a lot happened today, hasn't there? We have had a non-terrorist related attack in the UK. Specifically, a guy wearing camos, 2 knives, allegedly homeless, allegedly stabbed 3 people, allegedly put 2 in hospital, and allegedly, yeah, he got arrested today after being holed up in his block of flats. So, when we were chatting on the fireside last night, we had expressed concerns that something like this might happen. And yeah, funnily enough, it might be unrelated, but it's an amazing coincidence. And then off the back of that, energy spikes for gas, mental health. Yeah, it's frugal living, Ed, but it's no the actions of a normal person, that's for sure. Regardless of where they're from, there's something mental wrong with them anyway. So Qatar has shut down gas production, and we're already seeing spikes in the UK. If it continues, we're looking at £2,500 of energy bills on average by the end of the year. Minimum, just a minimum. The only kind of saving grace is in the UK, we're coming out of the winter period. Had this happened sort of November, December, I'd been a bit more worried. But in addition to fuel shocks, petrol, diesel, that kind of stuff, other hydrocarbons are getting hit now, so gas and heating oil. So that kind of thing. The problem for us in the UK specifically is we've got 30-40% of the grid is dependent on gas still. Nuclear's about 15%. And if we get an issue with low wind and gas supplies are compromised, now we do import a lot of LNG from the States, and I'm not saying that would ever stop. Yeah, I've seen that, Alan. World survivalist. Trump's still talking about a 4-week bombing. That he's also worryingly started to talk about putting boots in the ground. And he also said that there was no American troops on the ground at the moment. Well, that's kind of bollocks, because there's obviously going to be special forces there doing targeting and recce's and stuff. But the energy side of things and the potential domestic terrorism thing, that's a real issue. We're only like a couple of days into this, and we're seeing stock market shocks. We're seeing some companies talking about going bust within weeks if the cost of energy gets any higher. And that blows my mind. 2 days, and we've got companies talking about going bust because of volatility. So yeah, that's my kind of reason for being on tonight, just to have a quick chat about it. What's your thoughts, people? What do you think? Just reading the comments as we go. We've got 53 people here. Let's hear your opinions. Get typing. Recession incoming. Almost certainly if the energy costs keep going, buddy. Yeah, that's a stick on certainty. Just reading as we go. Say they shot down 2 Iranian Su-24s as well. Gas and fuel companies now like a good crisis go to waste. Oh, for sure, John. The profiteering for the win. Special relationship is strained. Yeah, 100%. Solar was fantastic today. Grill in the cold. Yeah. J-tax in the ground. Absolutely. So stick on certainty. There's special forces or recce troops on the ground. Even for bomb damage assessment alone, burn out a tank. Yep. See, that's an issue as well. So Tony's just brought up a good point. So a lot of people have went to the fuel station and, money permitting, they've decided to top up their fuel tanks, which I think's it's a smart call. Hello, Alan. Nice to see you, mate. There's Tony's topped up his tank like many of us did. And so then you're having to kind of marshal your fuel reserves. Trips that you would normally go, or going to the shops, even going to work, even getting to work. You're now got people worried about going to have enough fuel just to get to their place of work. Never mind if you've got young kids, taking them to the 60 hobbies a week that they all seem to have. Yep, home heating oil went up. I saw that this morning. Alan reckons $100 a barrel or more in the next few weeks. That wouldn't surprise me. And do you know the thing is, we've not even talked about the Strait of Hormuz getting stopped up yet. That I'm actually surprised that they've not just took over some tankers, turned them side on, and just blew them up in the middle of the Gulf. Never mind mine it. Golf fuel went up 10 pence as you were driving home. That's an expensive trip. Life on the edge, put more diesel aside. Yep. I think, given how volatile the market is, that there's no signs of anybody backing off. Financially, if you can afford it, and it's safe to do so. I'm not telling you to fill your flat with cans of petrol or anything else that could go boom. But money in storage and everything else, if you can afford it, I would certainly be stocking up on fuel. I was actually headed out tonight before I jumped on this live to get some more jerry cans topped up. But as I've been reading more and more and seeing more and more, I thought it'd be a good idea to do a live because there's a lot of shit happens today. What the fuck is a gallon? Yeah, Kuwait, they shot down 3 of them. They shot down 3. Oh, there's Mrs. SP bringing in some essential supplies. Thank you. Because I can't do a live without Pepsi. She's a lucky woman, it has to be said. She's lucky to have me. Anyway, that distraction aside. Yeah, I saw that about the Saudi one. Saudi and Qatar, they both got zapped today. Let's see, my name is blah blah blah. Oh yeah, you watched Fear Warmer in the Commons. He really inspires confidence as a leader. Sure he does. Every time that man talks, my teeth itch. Stocking up on Pepsi. Stuart, that's the one thing. If the world burns, I'll be burning with a can of Pepsi in my hand, buddy. That's for sure. So there's today, right? Let's do a quick recap. We've had 2 Iranian Su-24s got shot down trying to get to another country to hit them. We've had 3 jets shot down. Touch wood, the pilots all survived, but 3 F-15 Strike Eagles got zapped by an ally. We've had 2 major refineries in 2 countries have just spontaneously combusted. We've had a nutter in Scotland, which is not related and it's not a terrorist incident. It's just, it's just a random nutter with knives. He's tried to get into a school and stab people, and he's put 2 people in hospital. So it's been a kind of tumultuous day, would you not agree? Is the other shed full of Pepsi? There's a few cans of Pepsi in the other shed, I'll admit that. Was watching RT News. Ironically, this could be good for Russia. It's good for Russia if they can get the boats and get them moving to sell their oil. The problem is, Alan, the Ukrainians are doing a good job at the moment of blowing them up in the ports. So the other thing is there maybe will be a run on insurance for tankers, because insurance companies are risk averse by their very nature. So I don't think it would take long for them to pull the insurance, and without insurance it'll be a condition of their trading, and they'll not be able to leave port. They'll certainly not be able to get in a lot of ports without valid insurance. On Dubai, I always thought, what happens if they get hit or their power goes out? Not very luxurious, sweating. Well, the Terminal 3 building and one of the other buildings in Dubai got hit yesterday. So the main airport's been hit twice. Green cola is buff. I've never seen that, but the fact that it says cola puts me off. Can't keep up with all the news today. I didn't know Qatar had stopped producing oil. Thanks for info. It's more so the gas that's the problem. The LNG terminal's been shut, which will have a knock-on effect to gas prices. Whilst we don't take a lot of gas from there, anytime there's going to be a restriction on production, there'll be an increase on price. Even though they've got gas stores and they've got fuel stores, the profiteering element in the big business, they tend to pass on the prices straight away. Even though the lower prices buying the stuff and putting it in the tanks, it's already been paid. They just like to shaft the public. I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, the nutter in Texas, I saw that yesterday. He'd murdered a few people. Terrible. Absolutely awful. So, what's your thoughts then? Where do you think it will go from here? We were talking about this at length last night on the Fireside cast, and I think it accelerated even faster than I thought it would today, to be honest. The government used to have emergency. Welcome Leanne to the Prepper Posse. Thank you for joining. Yeah, John, most of the LNGs from the States for us, when the problem started with Russia at the very start, gas prices in the UK and electricity prices, because don't forget guys, a lot of our domestic electricity generation, circa 30-40%, is coming from gas. So gas goes up, your energy costs are going up, not just diesel and petrol. Let's see. Heard of an ARP outage in Spain. I've not seen anything about that, Grumpy. I've not seen anything, but if you do find anything out about it, let us know. I'd be interested to see it. Read the gas storage. I know there was gas storage under the ocean, that during the Ukraine crisis at the start, the government was getting gas storage put in there. And then there was a bun fight about a year or so ago, maybe longer, where they wanted to discontinue using it because they felt that the supply chains were robust enough and they didn't want to pay for the maintenance and storage of it. Hello John, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. So yeah, we've got 95 in the channel at the moment. 101 actually. And I think everybody, well, I guess we're all here for the same reason. We're watching things unfolding over the weekend. Hi, country Trumpkin. We're watching a lot of things unfolding over the weekend and then accelerating drastically today. It doesn't seem to be Hawkins. I might have known. It won't let me put it in portrait mode because if I turn it to the side, it doesn't like it. So there you go. That's for the UK, by the way. What's for the UK? Mr. T. I must have missed the first part, buddy, sorry. Alan, things are moving crazy fast, they sure are, mate. I'm something of a crisis pod myself. I got a special mention. Mate, you are special. Hawkins, you're a very, very special person. My favourite crane eater. My concerns are still nutters who are not wired upright running around, but scarier sleeper cells been activated. Yes. Today we've had a nutter running about with steak knives, stabbing people in Edinburgh. Could that be the tip of the iceberg? Is it going to change your plans as you're taking the kids to school, or you're getting the train to work, or you're going getting your shopping? I mean, there's a lot going on. Are you aware that the IDF Air Force are already flying fully armed? So, Field Medic, is that you meaning that they're flying with a tactical nuclear warhead already on the aeroplanes, I take it? 2 seconds, that door's just blown open. 2 seconds, guys. Terrible podcaster. So, yeah, it's a bit windy here at the moment. So, prepare the path. I've got the same concerns as yourself. Hi, Andy, how you doing, mate? I've got the same concerns as yourself. We've got a lot of people that could be planted in the UK sleeper cells. We've got nutters who might jump on the bandwagon just because. I thought you were being bombed. No, touch wood, in Scotland we've not got any bombs at the moment. I dispatched Mrs. Welsh Prepper to get fuel tank and buy gin. Mate, you've got your priorities sorted. Preparing the path as an ex-Royal Engineer, take what he says with a pinch of salt. For anybody that doesn't know, Andy was in the Royal Artillery, so the Bombardier, and he's got a slight issue with engineers from the military. Aircraft-borne nukes don't have quite the range of ballistic missiles. No, they don't. No, they don't. But what I would say is the Iranian anti-aircraft defences don't seem to have done much at the moment. So, the same as the last time that they get bombed, they've not been shooting, they've not been blatting planes out the air. So, yeah, they've not done a sterling job. Andy jealous as usual. Crack and grind. Hello, mate. How you doing? So, I was talking to my wife when she came in, and I was just filling her in on the news because she hadn't noticed that the news had mentioned somebody was running about Edinburgh stabbing people. And it makes you think, you know, you go to work and expect to come home, but some people don't, huh? Fully filled their pylons, don't seem to care about broadcasting the fact. Yeah. 2 seconds, got a drink of Pepsi for the chat. So, question. Has everybody went out and got fuel over the weekend or today? Or is it just a few of us have done it? What's the consensus? Has it concerned you enough that you've went out and topped up in fuel? Stab resistant clothing. Do you know something, mate? I'm due to go down to Birmingham for a union reps meeting in a couple of weeks, and if things are still ongoing, a 5-hour train ride, I may well take some form of protective measures on it, as in some form of body armour. I know that sounds ridiculous, but yeah, it does make you think. Especially when we see what happened last year on a train. So that's a lot of people have topped up. Heating oil, fuel, and jerry cans. And have you noticed any issues at the petrol station with queuing or shortages or anything? Yeah, throw one of the team plates in the body armour. Yep. Good shout, Andy. And got cash out. Yep. Greedy Ben, good call. Filled all the cars and some jerry cans. Excellent. I'm definitely going to invest in stab clothing, I think. Do you know, it's terrible we need to think about that these days, but I can't say you're wrong. I'm fueling up tomorrow only because I've had a procedure today and can't drive. Oh, that's not good, Grumpy. I hope you're feeling a bit better. Quite busy for a Sunday. Petrol station's busier than usual. Ouch. $278 to fill up the vehicle. Still haven't found affordable plates. 2 seconds. The door's locked. Thank you. It's too windy. I'm very sorry, guys. That was Mrs. SP trying to ply me with, I hope it's just tea and she's not trying to roofie me again. That woman's got low morals. Oh, Mike's in the house. Hello, mate. How you doing? Have you missed anything? Just got a full 20-litre can, chuck the vehicle in case, don't fill it home. Mate, I don't think you can go wrong if you're filling up with fuel at the moment, because even if you fill it up, you don't need it. If the prices still keep going up, then you've saved money by just having it sitting there doing nothing. Just set my live off, but it's just monitoring. Wife's training's going well. Said fill up the car. Well, yeah, good call. I mean, even putting a couple of pints in it doesn't matter. English foot roofie wall. The plates from TMU do work. I mean, I think most of these will have seen the video I done in TMU, but we fired 2-2 air rifle pellets at it, 5 of them, 7 shots 2-2 LR, 5 357 Magnum rounds, 5 rounds 38 special. Not one of them penetrated. And then, yeah, it didn't like Creedmoor rounds at 200 metres, they just went straight through it. But for the point I'm trying to make is, for 18 quid, they're a viable option for putting in your kit, even if it's just putting behind you in a backpack or something. If you're going on the train and things are sketchy, ideally you want to avoid anywhere like that. But as times are changing at the moment, that might not be an option, huh? Welsh prepper travelling home tomorrow. Will take 20 litres. Yeah, good shout, mate. You're working near Scotland, you're lucky. No, they're no poly, mate. They're allegedly level 3, but they're not level 3. I shot straight through them. They are thin steel. They're not even. They're an alloy to me. That's what they look like. But like I say, I have actually functionally tested them, and the video's up there to prove it. They will stop up to a 357, 5 shots plus all the other ones before it at 30 metres. And to be honest, if you're taking an assault rifle round 5.56, 7.62, even with proper plates, you're going down anyway. They might save your life and keep things inside, but you're not getting up. But they're certainly stab resistant as well. Going back to plates, it's a great shout, but don't leave yourself completely defenceless. You can carry multitude items, yeah. Why are you at TikTok angle? It's this. Look, I'll tell you why, because the bloody thing. Alright. See, orientation is locked. Rotate the device back. So there you go. So you have a choice. We can have it the slanty shanty or this. Ranged weapons are best trying to stay as far as possible. So energy is was the thing that tipped me over the edge tonight to come on. We're seeing a wholesale gas price surge because of 2 major refineries shutting, forced to shut in the Middle East today. And we're already seeing energy companies panicking that they'll go under, because don't forget, they need predictability. They can't account for a huge market swing. They don't account for wars in their planning, and they don't put it in their P&L statements. They look for predictable market trends, and warfare isn't a predictable market trend. So they're now shitting themselves because they're basing their pricing on, what they know. And this ongoing shooting war is the unknown, and that's going to have a toxic effect on energy costs. And we're seeing that on day 3. It's already hitting everybody across the board. Oil prices, heating oil, so paraffin, kerosene, petrol, diesel, and now wholesale gas prices are going through the roof. Hi Jonathan. Hi Pete. Hi 420 virus. So we've got 122 people in here tonight. that I'm guessing for a Monday, everybody's got the same concerns with all the shit going on. Would that be a fair assumption? Food availability, no. I think I'd be more concerned with higher prices than shortages, although there is shortages with fruit because of a particularly wet winter. I noticed that a lot of the shops are, I've not noticed it, but they're showing shortages, particularly in strawberries and things. Chainmail. Mate, I carry enough weight as it is without chainmail. Hawkins, you're only human. I was going to say something, but I better not because my wife is listening. She'll probably go bananas. I had an offer to the channel to try and promote it, and she did not like the offer and got a bit nippy about it. But I'll explain in the green room at another time. Just ordered the P280. Preparing the path. I know a guy that's just ordered 280 him, and he got a good deal on them, and he loves it. So for the price point for a 2 kilowatt power bank, I don't think you can go wrong. Although I'm looking at the Anker F3000 at the moment, they're doing a 3 kilowatt power bank for circa 1200 quid. So I'm hopefully, again, Mrs. SP might kill me later, but I'm hoping to get one, maybe two. The looks and voices are nice on those prepper chats. I feel judged right now. A freestanding walk-in cooler. I don't know what offer Alan's going to take, World Survivalist, but I must have missed it. And Welsh Prepper, half the words in there, I can't even pronounce. Somebody I'm going to do it. Definitely never take the piss out of the wife. No, she's 5 foot of tooth and violence. That's why I'm fat, you know, I comfort eat because she beats me off screen. Brother and I want to build one. Would this be the walk-in cooler thing we were talking about earlier? Here's a question. Fertiliser up 18%. Wow. So question for you, right? Given everything that's went on over the weekend, have you had any family or friends that know that you prep? Have they been coming to you and asking your opinion today, or asking what do you think as a prepper, what do you think we should do? Has anybody been coming to you for advice out of interest? I'm intrigued to know. Let's see what the answers are. Since as preppers, we're all the great fonts of knowledge that we really ain't. But I'm curious to know if people are have been sounding you out. What you think? Not me. The silence was deafening in the chat. They never ask. Daughter did not roll her eyes at me. Ah. Keep it a secret. Daughter will message what I thought about it. Yeah, I get they don't want to talk to them about prepping since they don't want to know. I mean, that's a struggle of being a prepper, isn't it? Family and friends don't want to know and they roll their eyes, but I was just wondering if the situation that we find ourselves in has prompted people to ask questions. That tea looks weak as hell. Mate, I'll tell you what it is, it's predominantly milk. I drink baby tea. It's half a cup of milk and some hot water and some sweeteners. Mother's sisters in the UAE called for advice. Well, I hope they're safe, Boom James. I hope they're all tucked up safe. As a prepper 420 virus, everybody thinks you're paranoid until something goes wrong like this. Honeybeard, I just suggested things to them without the full response being shared. Why I'm suggesting fold the cars back. Good. They'll not lose any money on filling it with petrol just now. It might leave them a bit short in the short term, but it's not wasted money. Snapdragon, nobody knows that I prep. Buying 2 cases of MREs, then I buy 4 cases. Good. You can't go wrong with a Rat Pack, honestly. The MREs, the American ones, some of the menus I can eat them, but some of them are not really my taste. But I do like the heaters on them. The flameless heaters are pretty cool. My boyfriend started taking prepping seriously now. Do you know what? If you can take some positives out of a crisis, then that's a positive to take. Everybody becomes a swimmer when they're drowning in the sea, and everybody tries to learn to fly when they're falling out of an aeroplane. I don't think this will be any different. Yeah. Friend's daughter's in the UAE. She's sending lots of videos and rockets and drones incoming. That's terrifying. French MREs are delicious. I've never tried them. Seeing all my brothers on Friday. Hopefully we'll see what they're doing, if anything then. Well, let us know how that goes, John, because I'll be interested to see. We don't know where we're going to be on Friday. Things are changing hour by hour, day by day at the moment. And both parties in the conflict are not showing any signs of backing down. I saw on Al Jazeera earlier on tonight that the Iranians had said that they've flat refused to deal with the Americans, and the Americans have decided and posted that they're just going to keep bombing. So, yeah, nobody's backing down. So, that's the problem. Hello, Phil, how you doing? You're the energy and power king, breakfast, a massive degree, well done you. It's, Phil, we've spent a ton of cash over the last 3-4 years on solar and batteries, and preps are generic, and I don't think I'll lose any money prepping for a power cut, put it that way, mate. I close this month on a home. Oh, brilliant. Going to bite the bullet and buy an electric dirt bike for day-by-day use. Solar working well in the house, charging okay, keep the car from monthly trek to open for supplies. Brilliant. See, I like the idea of the electric dirt bike, but the roads they're not really safe for it. You just end up being an organ donor. And to be honest, nobody would want my organs. Got to bounce, catch the next one. See, safe country, Trumpkin. Silver size tripod, layer campaign stills. President a car for a campaign, a car park. The government bringing them food, etc. So they're actually in a car park at the moment. Wow. That's scary shit. LBE vest is part of my home gym. A bit pissed but eating now. It's a Monday. How can you be pissed on a Monday, Phil? So, my last question, I was wondering if people had asked you as preppers for advice, which we got a kind of mixed response there. Oh, you're on holiday. Nice one, mate. I suppose, what do you think we go for here? Because today's been pretty sporty. What do you think tomorrow's going to bring? Do you think MD's going to back down in this? Solar panels arrive tomorrow, fill the gaps. Brilliant. What's in the cup? It's tea, right? As Hawkins pointed out, I like very milky tea. Seed potatoes, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Stuart, there's no point me talking about growing things. I would kill a cactus in a bath of water, mate. Anything I touch that grows doesn't. America's just got started. Tomorrow, blood moon, expecting something to escalate. Yeah. See, do you think they're going to actually shut the Strait of Hormuz? I know they've shot at a few oil tankers, but I'm actually surprised they've no shot even more of them, because they've got the kit there to do it, and they can intercept everything. So increased pressure on the strait. Yeah, that's my thinking. I don't know why they've not done that from the outset, because the Iranians are very much in a stage of use it or lose it, because their defences, stocks and command and control will be degraded the longer this goes on. So I'm very surprised they haven't just went launch all the things. They've shut it. Where's that coming from, Silver Moon? I've not seen anything about that today. Checking out the Renology solar blankets, high wattage. Personally, I've never tried them. It's on Sky News. Is that on just now, is it? I'm going to check that out while we chat. Water he runs primarily from oil. Let's see. Sky News. Also excess from solar. Can switch it. Yep. So that's a Libby. There's different ones that are in Eddy. That's the other one. They can put the excess solar and divert it into your immerser heater. 30 minutes ago. I'm just looking at that now. So they've actually shut the Strait then. Wow. Mixed energy water tank. So if that's the Strait shut, we can expect even more surges in volatility in the energy market. That's a worry. They announced it shut, then shot one of the ghost tankers. Wow. I do remember them saying that they had put out VHF messages to the tankers and basically told them to not transit the Strait, but I wasn't sure whether they were continuing to try and just build through it or not. Vintage paraffin heaters are a great backup. Sky News saying a ship ablaze in the Strait after a drone strike. I saw the Su-24s, John. They splashed both of them today. I'm actually surprised that the Iranians actually got 2 planes off the deck. I don't know how they managed that without them getting zapped, because there's a lot of... You would think there'd be a lot of combat air patrols in the air from the Americans and the Israelis, so it's quite astounding they actually got far enough that fixed air defences had to take them. Lloyds of London aren't assuring. There's a shocker. The US should destroy all the ability to mine the Straits. See, they were looking at the Iranian Navy yesterday and today, and they've sunk about 10 of them. Hello Rod, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. I'm just reading the comments. Can you imagine being a Chinese or Russian air defense salesman trying to cold call clients today? Yeah, I think the customers are not picking up the phone, huh? Maybe they were so slow and old that the modern radars ignored them as birds. Hello Whiskey Jack, how you doing? What do you think about all the ammo in the caves? I've seen the videos, Life on the Edge. They've got big long tunnels full of missiles and launchers and erector vehicles and things. But they still need targeting information. They still need somebody to give them the orders. And the Israelis and the Americans at the moment are proving to be quite adept at running through the command and control links and killing everybody that gives them the order. But I did also hear that so I'm just reading comments as we go. I did also hear that the Iranians, after the last time Israel and America had flattened them last year, had devolved, or said they had devolved, their command and control network, so that they had clusters who had been given orders, and basically I'm surmising the orders would be, unless they heard otherwise, if they heard the head honchos had been killed, then they've already got their target lists and they let rip, because the last time they killed everybody. Spicy time, same shit as we've seen in the Middle East time after time. Yep, 100%. Aye, Alan, world survivalist, the launchers are the things being targeted. I saw that. The The Americans used a long-range ATACMS today and zapped something. I think Starmer grows some balls and switches to the offence. Starmer is not doing much for this country, full stop. Like I said earlier, every time that man talks, he makes my teeth itch. Attacking missile launchers was defensive. That's a perspective, isn't it? Also worried about the Mark's e-bike and Avengers. Hello, mate. Worried about the risks at home in the UK. 100%. Well, earlier on we were talking about the fact that in a totally unrelated issue, somebody had stabbed 2 people in Scotland whilst allegedly trying to get into a school and allegedly trying to get into a coffee shop. Iran just needs to stay low and wait it out. Trump can't be there more than 60 days. Yeah, it's whether they can do that or not. I think if they get a big ticket item hit, it might force a moment of pause, but both sides, I think the phrase is, seem to be up for it. At what point Taurus gets used when NATO's been attacked directly? Well, arguably, NATO citizens are getting attacked directly now because they hit Terminal 3 and another terminal building in Dubai on Sunday. So surely the duty of a government is to protect its citizens home and abroad. The Italian defence minister, he had to get evac from Dubai on Saturday or Sunday. They hadn't even been informed allegedly the strikes were taking place, so that they send somebody to get him out. Stammer's worried about the response from certain individuals. Do you know, preparing the path? See, as much as I don't like the guy, and I don't, I think everybody should be worried about the potential response if and when the UK goes in. Because let's not make bones about it. At some point, the UK is going to be dragged into this, like properly dragged into this. US Secretary of State is on live on Sky News just now. I saw him on earlier. Sleeper cells are definitely worried. They are though. They really are. We discussed this last night on the fireside with Mike and John and the guys. And if you've got thousands of people who you don't know who they are, and they've come across the border, are you trying to tell me that none of them have had military training, that none of them are plants, and they've all got good intentions and they're nice people? I can't see it. World survivalist, Starmer needs to stop being a lawyer and grow some balls. He does, mate. He does. It's not going to happen though. They estimate 200,000 jihadis in the US. Already lone wolf attack in Austin. Saw that last night. That's terrible. Feel for their families. Not good. No, they all have mental health problems. On one respect, as much as the sarcasm, I get it, they must have something wrong with them, because no sane person runs about stabbing people for nothing. It's just not normal. Hyperinflation. You know, nothing would surprise me at this moment in time, P&G. Know your neighbours. 100% with situation awareness, Phil. If you're on a train at the moment, if you're in public transport, if you're on the tube, going to your work, going to pick up the kids from school, I think, yeah, you really need to know what's going on at the moment and have your head on a swivel, 100%. The pumps and the pumps and prices are rising now. I've not seen the cartoon Grumpy's Adventure. Yeah, Leanne, I saw the embassy. That was, I think, Saturday. The Marines were forced to shoot some of them trying to breach their perimeter. China, what they do is really driving it. China are a stick-on certainty that they have been given targeting information to the Iranians, because the targeting data is too precise. The unfortunate fatalities of the American servicemen, one of their tactical operations centres got hit directly. Now, to hit that directly was either a really fluky shot